Coming to you, the Blue Book. Find out what's new and take a look with the 4 coolest girls in our crew. Introducing head girl Mylin Clement, baddest girl from the DMV, well, Prince George's County to be specific.
Okay, hello everyone.
We have our girl from Texas, Milan Moshade, coming in with all the tea. Woo. Last, we have our best of the West, the girl with the dragon tattoo, Atiya Ziad.
Hey.
And me, of course, the comedic relief and personality, Ioana Harris.
Aww. Okay, so for our first episode on the Blue Book, we're first going to be talking about losing celebrities in 2020.
So sad.
Yeah, that was hard.
It's been a difficult year, but first we have Kobe and Gianna.
Oh man, that was terrible. Just to lose so many people at once.
I didn't even think that was real. You know, like I was working and someone was like, "Oh, Kobe Bryant's been in a helicopter accident." I said, "What?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Maybe the daughter's in. Why are you so calm about this? She's like, I don't know that. And so, yeah, I really hate when it's like that. I never know to believe it or not at first. And then it's like, oh, this is really real. And then it kind of hits. That's always hard.
Milan, you have any thoughts about Kobe?
Yeah, that was really sad. I remember that. I was just like working, and then my manager was like, "I need to take a break." And we were all like, "What?" And he's like, "My idol just died," and we were like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, Kobe Bryant's dead." I was like, "Oh, okay then."
So, like, who do you think is to blame though? Like, do you think it's the helicopter company or weather? Like, I mean, it was not the best weather.
It was foggy.
It's hard to say because I don't think it was foggy when they initially went out, though. It just got foggy as they were flying, and then there was like this whole communication problem.
And then they didn't see that they were that, you know, about to hit the hills, like the mountain. It was like the hills.
I think so, somewhere over there.
It's just, you know, it doesn't even feel believable. It's like, I mean, it happened, but it still doesn't feel real. I mean, there's even a whole funeral that was televised, and it all just feels doesn't. I don't know. Like, I guess my mind hasn't processed that officially.
And then, not more recently, but there's Naya Rivera, which we all know from Glee.
It's so sad. She went out with her son, and
you know, like I've seen, you know, you see pontoon boats, and there's just like a little flatbed, and they're like swimming, and I guess the theory is that she got him up, the baby back in the boat, but she wasn't to get herself back in. And you know, it's a big piece of, I mean, it's a big body of water, but there's just no one else there. I mean, it was a
like if you're going out on a boat, like first off, wouldn't you have like A, life jackets? You always need life jackets. And B, like there has to be someone else who knows the waters. It's got to be more than just you and your kid. So
that one hurt me. I was a real Glee fan, like a real Glee girl in high school, you know, and I was like,
Glee.
Yeah, I was a Glee, you know, I really loved singing. I was like, oh, Glee, oh, you know, we lost a few good ones on the show, and it's just like, oh. But yeah, your feelings, Milan?
Yeah, that was sad too.
I'm gonna throw a wild one here. It's not really wild, but about Regis Philbin, you know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire major stars on television. How do you feel about Regis?
I love Regis. I mean, just even the way he says that word, millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? And, you know, he just has that whole personality. You know, and I'm a trivia nerd, so I used to always, you know, love playing the show. And then even just seeing the clips, if it was like Regis and Kelly, and at that time that he was on Seinfeld with Kramer in the little coffee table book. You know, Regis was just great energy, just a cool guy. Regis. I know her name is Regis. What? Regis. That sounds pretty sophisticated.
He's definitely one of my favorite show hosts.
I agree.
Oh, you also agree. So, would you like to share more?
No.
A woman of few words. I know it was very hard for you to hear about Regis Milan. He's probably the only one on this list who actually died of natural causes.
What was it, like a heart attack or something?
I think it's old age.
You know, people who are older die of many different things. I can't pinpoint that. Does anyone want to Google? I have no idea.
Oh, you know who else we lost this year?
Who?
Our Morehouse brother.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Ooh.
Herman Cain.
Yes, we did.
Oh my god.
Not to laugh at the dead, but
Bro was working at Burger King, and where else did he do? Pillsbury?
Godfather Pizza. That was like his big little cash cow.
Yeah.
I've never had it. It's not in my area. But it's in someone's area. But no one's ever said, man, y'all gotta have the Godfather's Pizza. No one has ever said that to me, ever.
Yeah, his wife, I believe, also went to Morris Brown.
Oh, how wonderful for her.
Fun fact. You know, I can't hate on Herman Cain. I can't, Black Republican and all.
Or I think, but wasn't it due to COVID too, though? Because he was just at that Tulsa rally.
He was at that Tulsa rally? Oh,
yeah, not wearing a mask.
Not wearing a mask. I mean, and I'm all for Black people pioneering in different areas. Sometimes it's hard to be by yourself in certain things, but you stay with your faith and you do what you think is best. And if you're going to be whatever party, you better be a high-ranking member of that party. Don't just sit there in the back. You better be at the forefront of that party and break some barriers. Because you know what? It's still history. It's still history. I don't think he even ever visited Morehouse College, to be a guest speaker. I don't remember him being in, but I've seen Jesse Jackson. I've seen, who else? Commons come to campus. But I never saw Herman Cain do. Rick Ross pulled up in the Phantom, but
I think Herman Cain donated some pizzas one time to an event.
Oh hell no! Pizzas.
Yeah, from his little company.
It's okay.
That's a strange donation.
I want to see his donation record. Was he donate? You know what? That's what I do want to see. His alumni donation record. Was he donating?
Did he donate more than pizzas? Was it more than one event?
Yeah, there's no Herman Cain Hall, no Herman Cain wing. So just goes to show.
I really do feel like Morehouse alumni don't really be showing up for Morehouse as much as they say they do.
You have them gems. You. This is going to look mad shady.
That's not my school.
I'm not going to stay. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm with Ilana.
But honestly, I don't know too much about what the alumni do, so
I'm just saying, Spum Knights be showing up when it comes to that, giving them money, sending them donations.
Yeah, I don't remember hanging out with the Morehouse Pre-Alumni Council.
Ooh.
But that's not my, I don't know. Maybe we just didn't, that's not my school.
Undercover. Since we're talking about HBCUs, we lost the HBCU alum of Howard University, Chadwick Boseman. I'm still like, yeah, speechless.
That's family for you.
Yeah.
Like,
we haven't been talking about, like, my dad's kind of like, he don't like to talk about, however, he keeps calling up my uncle and messaging a couple of, I think, family members. I talked to my beautiful and wonderful cousin Imani, and I think the family in general is right now. It's just like, why? Like, how did this happen? Like, yeah, it's still like weird. It's very weird. We're in a very weird moment.
Even if it didn't happen this year, it's like so tragic because he was going through so much and doing all these movies and everything and just trying to like hide what was going on. That's so sad.
And I, like, on the day, I came home from work and my parents, they just happened to be watching Get On Up, like the James Brown film. And I sat down with them and I was like, wow, yeah, I love this one. You did a great job. I was like, oh, we're jamming. I think we're in the middle of listening to, I don't know which song it was. Maybe it was Night Train. I'll go on Twitter, just to hang out on Twitter for a second. I keep seeing Lost the Real One, rest in peace to a legend. And I was like, oh, is this like some joke again? Like what? Why is this Chadwick and girl? And then I gotta go to his actual Twitter and see that terrible, that really touching but heartbreaking post with, I was like, a photo and colon cancer, and it's just like, and I'm looking at this while I'm looking at him on the screen, like, I can't, what? Just, again,
I didn't hear about that until Mylin sent in the group chat that I had seen, like, he had made, there was a post on his Instagram that they had made. I thought it was just like one of those photo shoot photos, so I didn't even look at the caption. But I went back after Mylin mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh crap, he's
I was from hearing it from a friend. I was like a minute away from hearing it from a friend. I was like, wait a minute, how does the, like, y'all know before family members know? I was like, hold the freak up. It was just like, the whole thing is just crazy. I'm like, at the time that this happened, this was the day before Austin's birthday, and so I'm trying to like plan a surprise birthday party before my little brother's big day, because he's turning 21, and then have to hear this. And the day before that, my little cousin, my newest cousin, kind of like a nephew, is born into the world a day before Chad died. And so it's just like death.
It's a lot of mixed emotions.
I don't know. It's hard. Because that was my brother's favorite superhero, even before Chad played the role. That was my brother's favorite. And it's good to have representation. But what do y'all think should happen to the new Black Panther role?
I don't think it should really like replace him. Honestly, like Shuri should get a shot at being queen because she's next in line. Because I saw people were saying like they should like make it so that like it's in the plot that he died, but they're gonna like go back in time and save his cousin, and the cousin becomes the new Black Panther. And I'm like, I'm not for that. No.
Interesting.
Give women a time to shine for once.
I don't think they should recast it though. That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible.
I don't think people would go for it either, to be honest.
Yeah.
And things like Black Panther, it's not like a gender-defined name. It's just a suit. Like, anyone can be the Black Panther. It's not like, oh, Panther Man or Panther Lady. It's just Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all for Shuri. Put Shuri in the suit. And she designed it.
Facts. Like, if she makes it, then she has to wear it. Like, she's so smart. She's, like, powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, like, physically, but mentally and all of that. So it makes perfect sense for her to be the next superhero.
We'll see what they do. They don't better not mess up, though, because
there will be a riot in the streets.
Yeah. Their Black following is dependent on it, because they're supposed to bring soon Storm into the mix. So hopefully they don't get someone like Halle Berry, but someone else.
There's like this new interpretation of Storm that's been being passed around on the internet, where it's I think a new friggin' video game, and I mean, she's just she real light, like real light. Yeah. It don't look like the Storm I used to had in my head that I used to see in the animated series. So I really hope that's not the direction they go into. Hope they, get some brown ladies in that role.
They always like Asians.
And Storm, we're supposed to.
I know. Yeah, I used to look up little, like, was it that? Yeah, I was ready for that. I was ready for something like that. What you got in there? Got some water? What's that?
Well, of course it's water. I'm trying to be a little.
You have to make it fancy, though.
Make it fancy. No, but I do have a high noon here. But
what's that?
I had that at a karaoke bar.
It's kind of like like a White Claw, but different.
It's better than White Claw.
The flavor, yeah, pretty much. I like, some people don't like the grapefruit. I like the grapefruit drinks. Okay, I like grapefruit.
I think I had a pineapple high noon.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried any of it, so.
NBA protest.
Oh yeah, the Wildcat strike. That's what it was called, like a Wildcat strike. It's like an unplanned, but a kind of protest. But it's not like, but they're not really striking. So it's just like
an unplanned protest.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much have to plan a whole team walkout. Because there will be some people who won't even know what's happening if you don't plan it.
Right. But shout out to the WNBA, ladies first, for, always taking action beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And their consistent acts of protest.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to the ladies. Go Mystics. Okay.
Milan, how you feeling?
About what? The protest?
Yeah. Those are your people.
To the people out there?
Those are your people out there.
Oh, my people, yes. I thought it was a very good act of, showing the young people, you can say something and, through, what you're doing, Because, some people might be like, oh, I can only, go out and do something. But, they did it, in their job. They were like, make a stand so all these people can hear what I have to say. I think that's a very good thing to do. I mean, I don't know who was, the root leader in the team and whatnot, if it was a unanimous decision. But, you can't play without everybody, so that's how life goes. Life is a teamwork.
Powerful.
Facts.
A pressing matter that's been in the news. WAP.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Everyone's all about Kylie Jenner in that video is just like, why was she there? All she did was like walk through a hallway and open a door. And then they had all these other Black women who barely got like any camera focus. Like Black China was in it.
Wait,
And she hasn't been yeah.
What?
Black China was in
China
it.
was in it.
She was
I
like,
missed that.
I missed
yes, it was like a split second, but I noticed. I caught it. I was like, oh, Black China's in this shit.
Wait a minute, how you with Kylie and Black China in a room together?
I missed that, but I really missed that.
It was like so brief. It was so brief, and I was like, she hasn't been relevant since like she split with Rob and had Dream. So like,
I saw
like they gave her a spotlight, but they gave her like a very very small one.
what?
You could barely see her.
What? I mean, I know Mulatto was in there, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised Mulatto didn't get a little chance of doing something because I actually like some of Mulatto's music, and so I'm like, she could have did more. And Normani, of course, too. Like I'm gonna give Normani her, yes, Normani also.
That's my favorite part.
yeah. Normani was cute. That outfit was cute.
They had the little Spanish girl. I can't think of what's her name. Not Carolina.
Rosalie.
Rosalina.
There we go.
Rosalina. Her little bullfighter hat.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. That was cute. I wish they had more. I hated that they didn't give them more time. You know. It's just,
But I feel like they did have more focus on the non-Black people that they had in their videos, except for Normani. Since she was dancing, they put a little more focus on her because she was doing something.
They could have zoomed in. I don't know. Like I get it. I feel like she needed a close-up shot too, though.
True, yeah.
yeah.
Her baby Normani. I still watch that motivation video every now and then because it's just so cute. It's like her when she's little, her little sparkle belt watching 106 in Park, and then it like jumps to her as like a grown-up girl, woman, a young woman. She's like dancing in the street. I don't know. She's cute. She's adorable. I love her. Normani.
What do y'all think about the song?
I think it's very expressive. Women's rights.
Yes, one for the ladies.
Educational.
Provocative.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I felt inspired. Oh, you know what? We actually watched that music video for Austin's birthday party to show the guests.
Oh wow.
Wait, oh my
Good choice.
that is bold.
We played, of course, the censored version. We didn't care. I told them I didn't care if it was censored or not.
Censored version?
Because it's just like, we watched the music video and the outfit, who was wearing it? Was it Cardi? Cardi was wearing it with the was it leopard or something?
Leopard, the little cat
That was
suit looking thing.
I think that's the only thing that like I was like, oh wow, that for me is too much. Like for me to wear that would be too much. Everything else was kind of cute. I mean, would I wear it outside or in a meeting? No. However, I thought it was an awesome theatrics. And it's not for children. I would like to put it out there. No, it's not for children. Your children shouldn't be watching. So don't be hitting these girls' hustle, their flow. They're doing what they want to do.
I find it so interesting that Megan has been wearing heels and everything ever since she got shot in the foot. Like, she's just been doing so much. I'm just like,
Yeah.
dang, you're like, are you okay?
That's a very good point to bring up. Because, yeah, she definitely, it's like, you wouldn't, like, yeah, she was definitely, I mean, you wouldn't know if the story didn't break. You would think everything was fine with her. But of course, no, it's not fine. even if you look at her social media, you couldn't tell like, oh, is Megan really, like that really happened? But I think she really kind of kept that close to her chest for a while.
Yeah. And then she had to go off a little bit on Tory Lanez.
Mr. Daystar.
Yeah, because folks were being super rude to her about it. So she had to be like, yo, this is my story. And all you folks out there giving me hate or whatnot, just like, stop it. Megan deserves the world.
She does. That's our tall stallion. Talented too,
Yeah.
One thing, I love these pop girls, little rap girls, but like Megan's got the verses, the bars. You put a mic up to her mouth, she gonna give you something on the spot.
I like her thickness. That's probably one of my favorite things about her. She thick. I was like, her legs look so toned too. I'm like, ain't her butt too. I'm like, everything's so toned. I'm like, what can I do to become Marlon the Pony? Like, I really want to be Marlon the Pony. Every day, I'm like, look at myself, and when I look at Megan, of course, because I listen to Megan like every day, and then I look at her pictures, I'm like, Marlon the Pony, it's time for me to come out and make my day.
Some tall shoes, girl.
Yeah, you might have to get me some tall shoes.
Like some 6-inch heels.
Some little platform part too, Maybe like just a big tall ponytail, just like to really kind of add it, like because hair adds height, like big teased up hair.
Some claws.
Ooh.
So yeah. Moving on from WAP, we have our OnlyFans, and how do y'all feel about the Onlys?
I'm not too familiar with Miss Only, but I think it's an opportunity for business to be done in a safe environment and is COVID friendly, so that the grind doesn't have to stop just because COVID came around.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good safe practices, and I fully support any person that can make money off of people who are I don't know. I don't want to finish that sentence, but I am always in support of people who can always find a buck, but in a way that maybe not be as traditional. So I like it. Go technology, but safe technology. I'm too shy. I don't know. It's not for me.
I thought about it for sure. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Because I'm going to need to make a new social media. I'm gonna have to block my brothers because I don't want them finding anything. And then I don't know. And then I was like, I also don't have a whole lot of lingerie, and I'm not too comfortable sharing myself with a bunch of random strangers.
It doesn't have to be that. I think originally how they originally planned it out, it was for like, musicians or, people who have a little band and like, hey guys, come for my music content and you want to hear me play the guitar or something. But, people saw opportunity and made it their own, which I'm always for. But if you want to just make songs, Atia, that could be OnlyFans.
That could have been a thing.
Pay for my content, or I bet if I was like a comedian or something, I bet comedians could pay for my comedy special on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah,
live roast and maybe a little shoulder action. I don't know, spice it up, little collarbone. Ooh.
Comedy and lingerie, something.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Lingerie and laughs.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Corsets and comedic genius. I don't know. That could be a thing. Yes.
And some ideas here.
For other people, yes.
For other people, of course, not me. Mm. I support other people in their business ventures, and I will just support them verbally in any way I can, and verbally, not monetarily.
Well, wait. Now, if you went to a certain kind of club, that's still, and we would, we wanted to dole out some money, in this kind of fashion. That's supporting people monetarily.
Mm-hmm.
So, we might go one day. I don't know.
Are you going to strip clubs?
Yeah, or even just someone's bachelor party.
But isn't OnlyFans often without clothing?
Well, not what Bella Thorne did. I mean, I don't know.
Bella Thorne? Honestly, I haven't looked it up, but I know she messed things up for everybody on OnlyFans.
I have a photo, and technically, it was like a tasteful nude. So really, I'm sorry if they wanted a trash, not trash, but a full frontal. I don't know, but it was like, ooh. So, and she's a celebrity, so she's got to, apply the price, because it's like, if I was a celebrity and I was providing photos, I would add, my celebrity fee. These isn't just anybody's random tasteful poses. This is celebrity tasteful pose. But still,
she don't have that shake it up money.
Yeah, but the royalty's not enough.
She had like a bunch of other, actor jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's done movies and things. I guess it's not getting her as much money or as much notoriety as she wants. So
I don't know, but then also who is paying money to see it? Listen, I'm paying big bucks to see Bella Thorne, and then you get mad. It's like, this isn't what I wanted. It's like, that's your fault, honey. Like,
nice.
You know who will get the big bucks?
Who?
Silence Out.
my Lynn. We're not discussing that.
It's okay. Yeah. We don't have to. I just threw it out there. As a joke, of course. Okay.
Mystery B.
So.
Booze before flu.
Booze before flus.
Booze before flus.
Film a line about booze before flus.
Well, what exactly does this booze before flus mean? I mean, there's so many.
Are you going out to see people?
Are we going out to see people? Well, I think at a safe distance of a maximum of 12 feet, we can all go out and be friends. Maybe a nice picnic.
Okay.
Or you could go to like a bowling alley, right? And they could have another lane.
It's actually not a bad idea.
See, there's always ways to get around it. But, it just depends on what your intentions at the end of the day are. Because germs are only as close as you allow them to be.
Yep. I have been in the house way. It's just not realistic to me right now. Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to see this dude. But I currently don't have enough money for a plane ticket, so I'm gonna have to wait for a few more paychecks before I actually make a plan to fly out.
Even on Spirit? I mean, listen, if you just need to get
Not
somewhere.
Spirit ever again.
Spirit
No,
is
it would
rude.
sound it. That's my airline.
Southwest is my airline, but I'm saying if you just need to just to get somewhere, just,
Get there quick.
I don't
little
trust
backpack.
it. I've seen what Spirit was like before COVID. I don't. No.
Would y'all consider virtual dates?
Wouldn't that just be like a FaceTime call?
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's an intimate FaceTime call. Then you fall asleep together.
Like you can both make the same dinner and like, oh, what are you having? Oh, what a surprise! Me too.
Or you like order from the same place and you just have it delivered to your house. So you guys are like, yeah, we're both eating the pizza.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that could be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. When but also like you gotta talk to the I feel like I'm just like I tried something once. Like I tried to actually no, I just don't want to talk to people right now. Like I hate texting. Like I mean I don't hate texting, but it's just like I hate texting. And then I'll try to call you, but then it's like I don't want to talk right now. I like being out. I like hanging out. I like hugging people. So I don't know. I like hugging you guys. I miss hugging you guys.
Oh, I miss you too. Yeah, I don't like trying to meet people through the phone or whatever. I prefer meeting them face to face and talking to them face to face because I don't know. I'm just more awkward, I think, on the phone.
Yeah.
And then conversations just become so dry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So quickly.
And it's like I'm distracted. I'm doing other things. I gotta I'd say I'm watching a show and then I get a call. I'm like, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, bye. Or maybe it's just because I'm not that into the person. I don't know. I feel like I stopped the TV for you guys. Like I paused the TV. Yeah. Maybe it's just you have to meet the right person.
Madeline, thoughts?
I was wondering if y'all seen Love in the Time of Corona.
I haven't watched that.
Oh
yet.
yeah, I saw the
watched
first
that
3
yet.
Yes.
episodes.
If you saw the first 3, then you need to see the last one, which is the 4th one.
Yeah, but then once I do that, it's over. There's like a mystery if you wait to see it.
Okay, whoever's watching, watch just the 4 episodes because that's all there is to the season. Watch it. It's nice. I love it, and it's very inclusive.
Mm-hmm. Very inclusive.
Diverse. I like it.
Okay. I'm here for inclusivity.
A lot of eye-opening discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Eye-opening. Like the eyes trying to touch each other, Milan. Like,
No.
Oh wow. We're gonna do that one again. I'm not doing that. I'm not touching no eyeball with my eyeball, and then that's just nasty. I think maybe it's kind of like Eskimo kisses, like the nose.
ooh, I don't know if it's like slimy.
With your eyes? Like,
I don't know how that can. I mean, for some
I
people,
mean,
it's romantic.
like your lashes kind of get in the way too.
Ooh, how about the lashes kiss? Like,
Butterfly kisses, is that what it's called?
oh, is that really a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so cringy.
Oh God, who comes up with this stuff?
Butterfly kisses.
Invented by mountaineers.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, they were climbing Mount Everest and they can't get close because they gotta stay warm. And so they'd be like, "Oh, lashes," and then there's like, "Oh, some."
Okay. All right. I know I asked.
Wait,
Yeah, that's what happened.
eyebrows kiss?
No, I don't.
Like brow
That's
buddies.
putting your forehead on somebody.
Brow buddy. Brow. I want to ear this, like, click, like,
The ear against the ear.
I don't know, ear on ear action.
No.
You know, like necking, but
Yeah.
it's actually necking, or you just
Like
rub
neck
neck.
against neck.
Remember that show Life of Derek? And they had the party, and then Casey was like, "We're gonna play the necking game," and everybody's like, "Whoa, what?" We each have an orange, and you have to like pass the orange with the neck. Squeezing. I was like, "What stupid game is that?" It's called the necking. No, I remember I was somewhere at some camp or something, and we had to play a game. It was so silly. If you had, everybody had a toothpick in their mouth, and you had to like transfer a lifesaver from one toothpick to the other. It was like, but at an angle, it looked like you were kissing the other person. But I think I know. You know what happened? They told it. The instructors explained the game, and we looked at them, and we were like, "We're not doing that." And so we did something else. But
What comes up with these games?
it was in where was I? Was I in St. Louis? I was in Chicago. I was in Illinois. I was like outside of Chicago.
Wait, what? I've lived in Illinois. I've never heard any of this.
I don't know. It was.
Maybe I wasn't there that long, but then again, I was there for like 5 years, something like that.
I don't know, girl. It was a little horse ranch, and they're like, "All right, kids, we're gonna play a game." We're like, "Oh, okay." It's a toothpick and a lifesaver, and we're like, "Where is this going?" So I don't know. I'd rather play the necking than the toothpick lifesaver pass along. All right, everybody. The book is closed.
Like, comment, and subscribe.